was looking for the good in a fire that burned my house down. Was a light that led the way from my cold and lonely hometown. But now I'm growing up, I see anew by starlight. The monster in the embers will not be stopped by night. So I turn to lonely flight. By the light on my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Is knives in the land where empire started, in the graveyard of the future where the island soul departed. And your father told you lies about where to find your heartbeat, so you play the game of progress where there's only win or cheat. I'll embrace my first defeat. By the light of my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Still burning, I will wait beside the flames to make sure that there's nothing left of these old and bloody games. And every twisted empire that fell in ages past proves time's final whisper. Let all dominion fall to ash. By the light on my bridge is burning, I will cast aside my name. There's nothing left to hold me here in the last kingdom of my shame. And though I hear your chanting of die, 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 I will be your son no more. You don't deserve to have me try. Right, good evening. Let's drive. I've been playing loads of Wreckfest, so once again I'm going to not know how to play this game because all the buttons are different. Enough of the buttons are different. But, on the other hand, I did get moderate amounts of sleep last night, so I might individually be a little more functional. I have a few places to check up on, and cutscenes to do, and then we'll get to the Darkness GP. Wait, I can go deeper. Darkness GP. There we go. Bay Lagoon Wharf. There's no one else here. Kenzo and Yuka, where could they be? I was away for a few weeks. It wasn't that long. But all the life in the harbour has dried up or left. You know what you need to eat? A race, of course. We'll race, race, race until we can't race no more. Wipe that frown off your face, because it's go time, baby. Every single unofficial race is going to be open tonight. Go out there and slay every last one. If you get them all... I'm not tee-hee-heeing. Not this early in the stream, anyway. So I can't do most of these. I don't want to, but I'll do one just to get warmed up. And I'll make sure that I can save state properly. Oh, man. Just not sleeping well at the moment. Did better last night than most, but also we've got such vile weather coming through at the moment that it really woke me up. And it's probably going to be pretty much like that this evening as well. It's going to be interesting. In theory, this is a course that suits my driving style. But that's mostly in slower cars. I don't really have a driving style for fast cars, certainly not for cars this fast. As I've been learning in Wreckfest, where I was doing very well in B class, and then as soon as I went up to A class, I had to relearn everything. It's been a slow, painful process. Now, well, actually, the problem I'm having here is the opposite problem that I have in Wreckfest and Powerful Cars. Wreckfest has a pretty good simulation of, like, traction. And oops. Oh, too much handbrake. You can spin up the wheels, accelerating in a straight line in Wreckfest. Whereas in this game, it doesn't do that. So the problem I'm having is that the steering is too twitchy. Hello, Odai. Lovely to see you again. How are you doing? Also, I'm not on the road. I'm flying above it, and that's entirely fine. The car's on the road, and this car shouldn't be on any road regardless of who's driving it, because Jesus fucking Christ. Also, I'm having more trouble than usual actually reading the image on screen. The pixels are too big. But the car is still very powerful, so I'm probably fine. But yes, long time no see. How are you doing? Blasphemy. Puns are excellent. Shush. I'm going to try the 8 turbo class. Because I have 11 turbos. I thought I had 11. Okay, maybe I don't. I'm glad to hear it. I'm glad to hear you're doing okay. Hydration check. Where do I need to go next? On Moku. That's this way. I'm just driving around doing some last minute side quest stuff before we start the end game, which is very complicated, and also this game has a final day and a last day, and they are not the same day because of course. Moku Wolf. No sign of Akira or Keisuke. Hey yo, eat! Everyone else up and left this joint. Word on the street is there's some sick-ass race going down on the Yokohama GP track. Keisuke is going to roll up with his Diablo GTR. He's on his way there with his entourage. Hey Dot, thanks for stopping by. How are you doing today? They're even saying the fastest legends are being revived. He's going to show up in his Diablo Zeta. Akira's been MIA tonight. I heard he's been giving Kenzo a little driving 101. Why? I don't know. Wish I could go watch, but I'm stuck with UR duty. I don't want to do that, but that's useful information. last place I need to go is... Where's the last place I need to go? Chinatown. God, 120 feels so slow now. Oops. After driving around so much at 250. Oh man. Listen up, everyone. It's been a pleasure, but after tonight, the Queens are on hiatus. Oh no, but we still want to race. We can't just give up and walk away. Racing is all we live for. What do we do now? Hold on. Yuri's always thinking about us. I'm sure she's got a good reason. There's no point in racing if you aren't having the time of your life. The last thing I'd want is for you all to get sick and tired of racing here. We'll be back someday, and we'll lose ourselves in the pleasure of racing. It's a momentous night for the Queens. I want to see each of you drive like the wind. Eat, you with us? I can't decline. It's so hard to do enough different female voices. My ability to do girl voice has improved a lot over the last year. But also, it's still, it's still a work in progress. I don't know if I can remember this course at all. Probably doesn't matter. Ow. Because I just have so much horsepower. But I do want to make sure that I win, because I don't want to do without wins. There's nothing here that I need. I think this is just a process of writing all the minor characters out of the game before we run into the climax. Which is a bit of a shame. It'd be nice to see them integrated more into it, but also having a vague idea what's coming up. I'm not sure how you would actually do that. Oh, that's a wall. That's also a wall. At one point I knew exactly where the turning points for this course were, but I had about a fifth the horsepower that I do now. So that information is probably obsolete and I can't remember it anyway. Do you have anything that I need? No, of course you don't. Should be one more and then Yui herself. Oh no, it's going straight to Yui now. Interesting. Also, my hair is currently in a gel cast because it's hair wash day and it takes the full day for it to dry. So instead of using my usual headset, I'm on earbuds, so everything sounds a little bit different. Nope, this is bad. Damn it. Do that again with less driving into walls. Hopefully less driving into walls. No guarantee that there will not be any driving into walls. That was a wall. It's okay, it was bouncy. I don't think I've ever seen the correct turning point for that second corner. Every time I'm too late. Which is a typical weakness of my driving style in racing games. I tend to turn in too late. But also, I've got all your shit as well, because I've raced you a bunch of times. Hydration check. Right then. Now we go over here. No, we don't. We go over here. And then out to... Right, this is where the cutscene is. I think I have to do a German accent here, which is almost certainly going to be a little offensive. Yep, here we go. Willkommen to the Darkness GP. Ich heiße Heidel Schneider, champion of the European race circuit. I am in charge of this GP as well as Vontek's D project. I abhor unnecessary conflict and misunderstanding, so please bear with me as I explain. Much like yourself, I am also a driver. Mere words could not allow me to understand another person's beliefs or background. As we ride together as racers, I can relate to you on a level much deeper. Life is a lot like racing. If you pursue a goal with no end in sight, our efforts in vain. What keeps us on this road is something beyond our instincts, a longing for transcendence. I've thought much about this. So much for being brief. This will be a measurement of your abilities, but not in the boring sense. Vontek owns the test course. Tonight we've reserved it for the Darkness GP. The coming ordeal will be long and painful. However, the Darkness GP will not commence until you have satisfied me. My driver compatriots John Truth and Fozer Rash are ready on standby. Your dearest friends will be guests at tonight's showtime. We wouldn't want to keep our guests waiting, yeah? I will be joining in my Germany Turbo. It's simply a hobby car, go easy on it. Let's get this over with. I promise I think it could be. The nature of European style Latinate names is that any surname can be a first name. It's something that's come out of my dad's doing lots of family tree type research. There are lots and lots of given names in that sound like first names to me. But also, like, this is a Japanese game from the late 90s, so some liberties have been taken. But here's a fun thing, I don't know this course at all. It probably doesn't matter because my car does that, but oh, it also does that if I'm not careful. Oh, Christ. What the hell? Let's try that again. Nope, that didn't work. Still not working. How is he able to go around there so quickly? What the fuck? Oh my god. This car is simultaneously too maneuverable and not maneuverable enough. Wiggling all over the place. Oh. I've been doing street racing, don't ask me to do course racing now. Nope. Okay. I can't handle this. Nope. I mean, I have to. It's like, if I can't progress unless I win this race, so we're just going to have to learn the course. Part of the problem is I've just not raced on this course since very, very early in the game. Give me a few tries and I'll get it. Like, I'll find a way around that hairpin for one thing. It feels very, very different to have the wide open space on either side of the track. Right. I am actually going to have to drive though, because his Porsche is just absurd in the corners, in ways that a Porsche shouldn't be. Porsches don't do cornering well, because the engines are so far back. Oh no, there's another corner. I can't. The other problem is that, and a problem that I frequently have with new courses, there's always one more corner than I think there is. Especially with this kind of zigzaggy layout. That wasn't. This is the hairpin. No! Damn it. All the power in the world won't help you if you can't keep the damn thing on the tarmac. But I'm learning. Nope. I really do have an excess of power. I'm probably trying harder than I need to. Really the problem. Instead of trusting my car's speed. Right, let's get him. Maybe. Oops. A problem I have is that I think I have to brake there before the corner is actually in view. Ow. I have to start braking before the corner is even rendered, which is a tricky position to find oneself in. Don't slide wide again, you bastard. Interestingly, the AI cars are not drifting these corners at all. Oh, there we go. Ah, damn it. I had that and I just leaned on the thumbstick too much. Okay, that... Oh, that wasn't good. Oh. No, didn't need the handbrake there. I might have got him on this one if it wasn't for that mistake. We're closing in, we're closing in. It still looks ugly as hell and I wish I was driving more stylishly, but I just
don't have the level of feedback from the game that I need. Especially there. What the fuck? That wasn't good. Still salvage this. Oh, come on. Too much handbrake. Too much handbrake. Keep wanting to go left on the second corner because I'm anticipating the hairpin. No. The handbrake is not a magic go the right direction button. Eat. Stop trying to use it as one. Laps will continue until driving improves. That's not driving improving. That was right. Yeah, I just need to let it coast through that twisty bit. Just panic less. Bonk. We'll get it. Ouch. Definitely be thrown out of any real race for doing that because I was all over the track limits, but never mind. There's the slide. Ah! How not to drive a car. Oh god. Stay on the road, please. That's not the road. I can't get braking for that corner right at all. It's making everything else I try to do futile. Closer than the last attempt at these. Bonk. So what else have I got to talk about from today? I spent today doing hilariously weird bits of research for this fanfic project I'm working on. Like figuring out what a dragon would need in terms of electrolytes in the course of a 2-hour 80 mile an hour flying race, because that is a complex estimate to do. You can't use horse races as a template because horse racing is sprints. So I ended up using marathons as sprints, and then I had to scale up from human beings to two dragons, and then I had to work out whether it was actually going to be meaningfully possible for a dragon to drink as much as the numbers said that they would, because it turns out to be a matter of 6-7 litres an hour, which isn't an unreasonable amount, but if you want the dragon to drink that much, then either the dragon has to carry that much water with it, which is a dodgy bet because that's lots of extra weight to carry around. Oh no, you don't. I see you. Or you have to have like pit stops, and then the dragon has to be stationary while it drinks. And so I needed to find some sort of estimate for how fast a dragon could drink water. And it turns out to be very, very difficult indeed to extract from the internet anything like information about how fast animals drink. I did eventually find a figure for how fast camels can drink. Apparently camels can drink water faster than any other animal. For some reason the statistic given was look at this car. I would love to steal every part of this car. I would love to drive a fucking Porsche. I'm going to steal the Germany sticker. The statistic was given as, it was something like 113 litres in... I have an empty slot on my... Why do I have an empty slot on my engine? 962, that's actually reducing. 940, yeah. That's also bad. Why are all the turbos at the bottom of the list? They're all now reducing output. So there must be some simulation in here that 962 that limits you from having too many turbos. I don't know what it is. This is the best ECU. What does that do? 72. And extends the revs a bit, which is good. So we'll go with that. Excuse my gurgling. So that's the end of this night, and now it is time for the Darkness GP. Which is like the previous two GP races, except that you do it at night. And we might be locked in attempts at this one for a little while as well. Because this course is even twisted. So how fast can camels drink? Like I said, I think the statistic was 113 litres in 13 minutes or something. Which was an interesting way of providing the number. Nope, that reduces speed. What about... What else can I put on? I can put on one of these. Nope. It's going to be the Honorias. But yeah, it's a lot of water. Obviously, camels have a significant evolutionary incentive to be able to take on water quickly. Darkness GP. Diablo. Is it just going to throw us straight into the race, or are there going to be more cutscenes? This is going to be interesting, actually. So for purposes of this story, I have decided that the fire breathing thing will be a myth. Some of these cars are too fast. It's worrying. Oh god. Oh, that's nice. That felt good. Haven't completely forgotten how to do this course. I shouldn't need to handbrake there. This is the handbraking turn. Also, look at how tiny the darker car here is relative to the lighter car. That's cute. Oh shit, I didn't... did I quick save? I don't think I did. That's bad. I might lose parts. Although I've got a lot of distance to catch up in. Save state now. I have to win this race. They can fly, but they can't breathe fire. The breathing fire thing is they are because of their size, they have very high core body temperatures, and the very high core body temperature combined with the fact that they only eat meat and thus have very bad breath adds up to a myth about them breathing fire. Because this whole concept amused me a lot. They have to fly because it's about racing them. Oh, okay, I'm gonna have to do something different there. I'm not sure what. I have to make sure to get this right. That was not right. I'm not trailing by too much, but I am trailing by more than I'd like. God, I'm driving so much faster in this car than I was when I did this in the prototype, which is silly but entirely part of the course for this game. Oh god, go around the corners please. No. I think I'm catching up. Okay. Almost got myself around that corner. Ouch. No, that's bad. That's also bad. Oh, this is gone. No. one more. That sounds like a lot of very complicated reading, Todd. What are you reading a book about small aircraft design for? Is it like a history, or is it actually like a textbook? Oh god. I don't think I'm getting out of fourth on this attempt. Oh man. I was driving really well the first lap, and now I just don't got it. I look forward to seeing the first dot-designed aircraft then. I've never read a textbook of aircraft design. I have once read a part of a textbook of car physics for research, which yeah, I skipped the formulas mostly, even the formulas that I actually needed. The sort of thing in philosophy research, you can get a lot of leeway out of just citing a physics textbook, because no philosopher really wants to deal with that, so they'll just take your word for it. Right. Oh, alone. All these corners are so much tighter in this car. I'm going so much faster. Oh god, bad. Nope, turned in too early. Every time I do that, I lose too much time. Every time I touch the handbrake, I slide too sharply. I'm at this for a while. Oh, God. Just one way getting around the corner. That's called contact braking, and it's very illegal. Also unsafe and immoral. But very funny, especially if you're playing a game that really supports it, like Wreckfest, which is not this game. Oh, God. God, we're going to be here for a while. I wish I'd saved properly at the start of the race. The guide just says, like, you're probably going to win this race by a mile because your car has so much power. And it's like, sure, buddy, but I can't get the car around the corners. It's a slight logistical problem with that power issue. I'm afraid so. That is a problem in philosophy. Who was it, if you don't mind my asking? What are turfs in philosophy at the moment? God, when I actually get that corner right, I'm so much faster than the AIs. I had a feeling it was going to be Mary Lang. Fun fact, she taught me when I was an undergraduate. She was at my university for 2 or 3 years, and she taught me advanced logic. Taught me modal logic and meta logic. And then she went off to Sheffield, and the next I heard was her signing a turf letter in the Daily Nouse. I don't know if she knows that I transitioned since she taught me, and I hope she doesn't find out. I do not want to fucking deal with her, but she is vile. She has several friends who are still in my department. And she has clearly persuaded some of them of a number of turf talking points. Or at least I think she's probably the vector. All of which is, like, this is why I describe myself not as a philosophy academic but as a game design academic these days. If I could just string a clear lap together, I'd fucking lap this entire field. But I can't do that because I can't fucking see the corners. And this car is stupid powerful. Oh, fuck. Look at that angle that freaking car went on that corner. That's not how physics works. Kingdom for analog acceleration and braking. No. This might be the entire rest of the stream. I hope you think that Yokohama is pretty at night. Get out of the way! Soundtrack is going ham. I don't know if that's at all audible. Oh, the fictionalism stuff. Is it fictionalism about maths that she wrote a textbook on? I mean, the irritating thing is that I wouldn't put it in these terms, but the hypothesis is basically true. Right? Oops. Maths is not a determinate and essential feature of the universe, any more than gender is. It's interesting that she can embrace anti-realism about numbers, but not about gender. Okay, I can get around the outside there. That's good to know. I'll do that, right? really only way of doing that. Fuck's sake! The fucking collision physics. Again, part of this is I'm suffering from not being patient enough. But also part of it is just this is really, really hard. What I was doing in the prototype was not even drifting on that corner, I was just turning in and coasting, but I don't have the front end grip. Well, go. Whoa, dear. Oh, is that another car? That is another car. There we go. Friggin' walls. Oh, I can see another car up there. What fun. Won't be overtaking anything at that rate, though. I think made me curious is there improves a counter-argument to that. Because we can build a machine that influences mathematical objects. Study it as if we study any other natural... So I think the actual answer to that is to say we can study lots of things as if they are natural objects when they aren't. You know, if you're putting it in a computer, it's already the thing you are studying is not a natural object. It's a computational. It's some form of computational representation of it. Which is exactly what fictionalism holds maths to be. Whoops. Okay, I'm second. How far am I behind? Oh, that's first. I'm gaining. Take it easy up here. Now. Get around that corner with less suck. And stay in touch. Oh god. This car is so slippery. That's not going to do the trick, damn it. Probably can't salvage this now. Definitely can't salvage it now because that was the last corner I'm any good at. Still, third is better than sixth. Ouch. But yeah, if you really want to deal with non-realist theories of maths, you don't have to start with laying at all. Can I overtake these two in the last... Oh, that was so close. It's just the point where I'm beyond my capabilities. I feel that there's a difference between something being written down on paper and something being... Well, this is the claim, right? That the numbers aren't actually doing any external behavior. something is doing external behavior in a way that we regard as like related to the numbers somehow. Like we are capable of like projecting numericity onto the external thing, and we do it in a very instinctive way. You know, almost like a Kantian intuitive way. But the fundamental claim of fictionism is that any time we do anything with numbers, we're already engaging in that kind of projection. So like if you count on your fingers, for example, the fingers are real, but that doesn't mean that there is a thing called 3 that somehow exists in your fingers, or in the first 3 of your fingers when you do the counting. Oh, I was going too well. Hey bird, I am not really winning. I'm getting there. I'm winning at philosophy. Dot has brought up an area that I actually know something about, both in terms of its politics, which is to say that the person we were discussing is someone who taught me when I was an undergrad and is now an evil turf bitch. Don't tell my head of department I called her that. To be clear, she's not the person we're talking about is not my head of department, but my head of department would throw a fit. But also, like, I know a little bit about the view that she's defending in that book. I did once or twice attend research seminars where she was like explaining bits of the view, which are hours of my life I'm not getting back. In game, I am competing in something called the Darkness GP, which is like the Yokohama GP but at night and against much harder cars, and also I'm doing it in my own car, which has too much horsepower and is very twitchy. And somehow I am driving better while also trying to talk about the philosophy of mathematics than I was when I was trying to concentrate on the driving. Which also happened in the previous race. As soon as I got to talking about shit that I had going on, I settled down and started winning. Which I think is just a symptom of the fact that I need to learn to trust my hands more. Which, given that I'm a pianist and I've been a pianist most of my life, should come easily. But I have worrywart brain that is always trying to like cognitively interfere. I'm sure this is not a fact about me that needs any further examination whatsoever. And I can just go on driving my cars around in silly little circles at ridiculously high speeds without qualm or deeper consideration. That's a wall, don't drive into those. How are you doing, bird? Have you foam rolled yourself yet today? I need you to be in good shape for the writing stream this evening, because I'm really coming to rely on those streams for my productivity. They're really good. You just need to hold this together till the end of the lap, which means that the stress is going to start setting in. Ah! Yep, I'm going to start making mistakes. good job my model doesn't have any eye tracking, because you would be able to see just how absurdly fixated I am on the screen right now. Ugh, come on, 331 meters. Okay, doing good. Not foam roll yourself. Well, make sure you foam roll yourself before later. Also, by all means, Dot, like, I'm not hugely up on the subject. There are multiple things in philosophy called fictionalism, not all of which, like, it's a weird one because you would think they all have something to do with each other, and basically they don't. Is it going to make me watch the whole replay of me driving into a bajillion walls? I'll try to like reinvigorate those brain circuits, and you ask me about it again on Sunday over Xenosaga. It's a slightly more appropriate context for talking about philosophy than this game. I've got racing game hand cramps, which is a satisfying feeling. The fun part is that I know I've got to race this course again before the end of the game against even harder opponents. And as you can see from this replay, that might cause some difficulty. That's 3 million yen. Lovely. And a Diablo Tune Aero Kit. Hydration check. Why are my feet suddenly cold? Honk. I don't like that it's throwing me immediately into another, like, adjust car thing. Is it going to send me to another race? Oh wow. The Diablo Zeta. I remember it. It's coming back to me. Look at that face. It's gonna start flashing, isn't it? Flashing warning. It is my turn to become you. I'm half expecting there to turn out to be no driver in that car at all. Just like that night, the moon hung low, intimidating us with its titanic mass. The voice took control of my body. I hear the inferno. Is it the German guy again? Oh no, it's the British guy. Sorry, I need to blow my nose. Excellent form. Well done adhering to our contract. We will happily divulge the contents of the diskette to you. Come this way. As if I care. I mean, would there be a US tech, bro? So I think the thing is that it would depend what the image of American motorsport is in Japan. Like, very clearly, these are characters from particular parts of motorsport, mostly from the kind of Formula One, touring car, rally ecosystem, which is very Eurocentric, whereas American racing is more like stock cars and ovals. I'm not done here. I want speed. The Diablo Zeta must be defeated. It's nothing but a pretender. So you've basically got like a McLaren guy, a Ferrari guy, and a Schumacher guy, like a German guy. Oh man, we are going straight into another race. Interesting. I'm going to remember to save state now. That car's so much bigger than mine. Oh, and it's fast too. That's not good. I didn't put the aero kit on. This might be futile without the aero kits. Or it might not. Maybe I just need to stick to my guns. Although, obviously it would help if I turned into corners, rather than running into the outside walls of them. Oh, he's very fast. He's extremely fast. I would really like to win and to finish the game without using the Diablo aero kit. It's like the whole thing so far has been about how evil the Diablo tune is and how like scary and creepy it is, and then they give you one. And it's like, you have to use this to defeat the Diablo tune with the power of the Diablo tune. And like, that's not how it works. Oh, for fuck's sake. See if I can get this corner right this time. Oh, fucking goddamn it. It was a little better than last time. It was a little better than last time. And I'm still in touch, that's the important part. What the hell just happened there? Wonky collision physics. Oh. Who's that? I can still see the opponent, but not over yet. Even if I am really bad at following opposing cars because they distract me from actually driving properly. No! wasn't technically my last chance for an overtake, but if I keep doing that, somebody give me something to talk about quick. What else can I talk about? As part of my ongoing tidy up efforts, I discovered I've got a huge stack of mail sitting around addressed to previous occupants of my flat. Some of which is clearly sensitive stuff, like it's got you know, confidential, open only by the addressee notices on stuff, and it's all years old, but I don't know what to do about disposing of it. So at the moment it's just sort of sat there waiting for me to think of something. Oh, fuck off. I think the actual sensible thing for me to do would be to burn it, but a little nervous about setting fires anywhere. Oh, sometimes I can take a corner well. That was exciting. No. It's frustrating because the difference between this car and the car I did most of my grinding on this circuit on for the actual Yokohama GP means that the corners that were my best corners then are now some of my worst. And that also, like, the corners that were my best corners are corners of a type I really like, whereas now I'm having to do better at corners that aren't so much my jam. And it's not so fun. Oh, God. There was nothing I could do there to get around that corner cleanly just because of where the other guy was. I can't do that corner at this higher speed, and it's upsetting. All I used to need to do was just lift off very gently on the entry and let it carry me through, and I just can't do it in this car. I want to go back to the mountains. The mountains suit this car. This course, not so much, because it's fiddly. The way that the car just glues to the sidewalls if you clip them at all. It's very sad. It makes me very sad. The corners where I have the advantages in this car are all the ones that have big slides like that, but those are the hard ones, and I only have the advantage if I can carry it all the way through the corner and not mess up the exit, which clearly is posing some difficulties. Let's try again. And try again, and try again. I can do this. What the hell? Okay, that's good. That's less good, but I'll take it. I just like to get through this next corner cleanly. Nope. At least I'm actually having to play the video game. No, that wasn't where the corner was. No overtaking through here. It's too twisty. I remain extremely bad at hairpin turns. I'm bad at those even when they don't involve sliding. Fuck's sake! I really hope Square do remaster this game, because I'd love to be able to see the corners as I'm going through them. Make it a lot easier to not do that. All the new announcements from the most recent Nintendo Direct have me thinking a lot about what Squeenix might do next. And I don't think it'd be this game, just because the licensing would be such a difficult issue. But I continue to hold out hope for Parasite Eve, which I might emulate sometime later this year. But those are definitely some cutscenes I would love to see in HD. Some good monster fucker food. I guess the other thing to talk about is the new Arknights event, which started today and is a lot. I was barely a handful of screens in when I was confronted with a character called Cannot Good Enough, who looked like if Monty Python's Black Knight opened his coat like a salesman selling illicit watches and revealed only a slew of tentacles. And things only got more intense from there. I would describe the event thus far as extremely wild. I don't think I'm going to be able to do it this... I can't beat this guy in accelerating off the corners. So having the last turn of the race be that hairpin is going to murder me unless I can actually get a really good run and be ahead. Well ahead. Going into this final section. I'm just going to restart this one. Come on. Oh no. Oh, fuck off. How do I always manage to come off worst in collisions? The way this car lunges out of slides as well. Fuck. Concentrate. Trust the hands. Oh, come on. That was almost good for a second there. It was almost good. Need to be super gentle on the handbrake. It's so easy to use too much of it. I still can't even faintly get around the hairpin without hitting something. But at least I didn't hit anything seriously enough there to lose a position, which is progress. Ah, too much handbrake. Wah. Nope. That's not how to go around that corner at all. Take a moment to admire the scenery while I'm driving into it. That's a little better. My poor brain. Oh, God. My ability to do this peaks and troughs in fairly rapid cycles. I can tell I've dropped into a trough this attempt. Still, it's not quite over yet. Now it is. I need to get past him at that corner. And that's not going to happen now. Because, as previously noted, I can't do this hairpin. At all. So we shall try again, and 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 we shall try again. And there will come a day where we get these corners right and don't do that. And all will be well. Oh! I do just about have the edge in acceleration, in steady acceleration, which is making this a lot more possible than it would be otherwise. But I am going to have to get these corners right, like all of them, and not do that, or that. Oh, he's going past me. Yep. Oh. What the hell just happened to that guy? I think the Diablo Tune car's hitbox must have some wonky details on it. Because very clearly what happened there was I hit him side to side and it just completely destroyed his forward momentum. So it must be detecting a side contact as a front contact somehow. And you can see suddenly I have a massive lead if you look at the map in the lower left. That means I can relax a bit and hopefully not oversteer some of these corners, maybe? Maybe? Too much to flipping hopeful. It's not the only reason Diablo tuning is dangerous. Actually, things that bring a car... no, I suppose things that bring a car to a halt that quickly are dangerous. That would not be a pleasant thing to experience. Also from today's FIC writing research, what's a plausible rate of deceleration for a dragon coming into perch? What's the slowest that something the size of a dragon could fly at without falling out of the sky? And how readily would they be able, from that, to stop dead? And it works out that pretty quickly that one of the big dangers for dragons that fly would be landing on a perch. Big risk of like strained ankles. I am sure it could, Dot. I'm sure it could. I was able to find some info for... I basically looked at large-scale gliders for my baseline and what their stall speeds are. And that seemed to help. Hydration check. Okay. I love the idea of a body paint having stats. Anyway, I don't need any of this stuff. All that effort, and I don't need any of this stuff. Oh god, posture check too. Whee! Stretch and stretch. I wonder how much easier that would be without, if I did actually use the Diablo tune. Yeah, I mean, it's all approximation, because after all, 50-foot dragons don't exist, so I can make things up. I just want to have some numbers, so that readers think I have done more than just make things up. I'm nothing, and nobody. A driver. I'll never... Oh, I think this is true. I'll never escape from the voice. Every time I think it's gone, it will appear again from the dark. Fuck me, it is. It's icky. What the hell? Until you've been erased from this world. Erased? I'll be erased? The time has come. I can bear the silence no longer. Now, e-racing is a different program. Oh, consciousness. Face! Look at that face! Our consciousness. You and I.
have always been one and the same.
What do you mean? Did you remember something? Who are you?
Someone you know quite well. Your body must contain the memories. Try to remember. Try to remember. Try to remember.
If I ever do ASMR, that's my ASMR voice.
This is our true form of Island Man, blah, blah, 10 years ago, the fastest legend, blah, 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 blah.
Hang on. So 10 years ago, Show was the fastest legend. Show is 19. Show was the fastest legend at the age of 9. This fucking game.
That blood-soaked night was the end of the War of Yokohama. That night we became legend. It's all so fresh in my mind. And it isn't over. I still have so much more to do. My journey to the land beyond speed will continue. My nose hurts. Give me a moment. No one will dare stop me again. Not even you. I'm unstoppable.
Invincible. I am invincible. I'm not going to have to do another one of these fucking races, am I? What?
What is happening?
So I wanted to the suggestion that I'm about to turn into a plane or a boat. I want to suggest being careful about that because I might be about to accidentally drive into the river. Excuse me. That is a fate that awaits several people who mess around with Diablo tune stuff. We're also fully in several cutscenes we'll play in sequence. Grant me more speed. I continued barreling down the street. The voice had stolen my body, the man standing in the flames that looked just like me. I saw him laughing maniacally against the burning wreckage. The hour of reckoning was at hand. This is where his search had led him. Oh. I found myself collapsed on the floor. Why is his shoe so big? Time lost meaning. I awoke suddenly from a feverish dream. I mustered what little will I had to try to stand up. My sweat dripped onto the cold, dark floor as I heard a car approach. I shivered uncontrollably. The room spun round and round. Fuck, now I have to do Keisuke's nasal-ass voice. Hooey! Look what we found! It's only natural he'd come here. Oh shit, they're gonna beat me up. It's showtime! He who is born from D shall return to D. You've followed our plan perfectly, Eat. Did you see the fucking movement? It was just a static sprite zigzagging. Hydration check. What a pair of faces to wake up to. Wakey, wakey. Time to wake up and smell the coffee. The truth is waiting to be unleashed. Welcome to the Diablo Tune Shop. I like how it's a massive fucking mess. This is where it happens? Is immediately swallowed by darkness. I don't believe it. This place is a dump. There's no way. Oh, ye of little faith. This is where all the magic happens. Feast your eyes on the truth. Koji and Ikki got their cars Diablo tuned here. It was their only hope to outspeed you. You're lying. This dingy hellhole could produce cars like that? None of the crap in here looks usable. You think you can trick me? Shut your damn mouth. Uh-oh. That's not very effective, Keisuke. It's about time we erased you for good. He's right. You have no right to exist in this world any longer. Your destiny was written long ago. Also face. Erased? Shit was serious. Action sequence! In a flash of white light, a sealed memory awoke inside me. I was afraid I'd forget this, and afraid I'd remember. As I heard the shutters open, light spilled into the darkness of the tune shop. Two voices steeped in malice echoed in the garage. Light. I saw a rusty pipe glinting in the light. In my hand it felt familiar. The dream of wrecked cars and red flames, the red moon, light, dark. Laughing maniacally, he brandished his pipe. The pain causes every muscle to shake, but it gives me some solace knowing they aren't shaking out of fear. I can still do this. Just try to breathe in and out. Another car approached. I don't want to race anymore. Oh, it's them again. Get up. You're coming with us. Where are you taking me?
To the place you belong.
But where do I belong? A white cloth was pressed against my face. The world vanished into a fearful white mist. I slipped away into unconsciousness. All I remembered next was the smell. Sweat. Muscles. The smell of men. I opened my eyes to a dark world. Darkness stretched in every direction. The only sound was the idle heartbeat of an engine. I had been stashed into the limousine, and given the VIP treatment, a burly wall of arms stretched across either side. My head was swarming with bugs. I felt so disconnected. Fear had left me, and every other sensation. I was pulled into a dream. That pure white dream. The urge to retrieve my old memories coursed through my mind. My bygone days of racing in the night. All this time I'd been searching for that someone. Hope, my light in the darkness. Cold sweat dripped into my seat. I woke from one nightmare to find myself in another. I had to put my head into gear. Sorry for the flashing. Where'd it begin? This conversation may be a shade too complex for you. Go ahead. Nothing could shock or scare me anymore. Good. You are sitting in the presence of VonTech President Von Lee. Manufacturing performance tuner parts is only one part of our business. Our core interests lie in the biotechnology sector. There is a critically important new product that we have spent over 10 years developing. It should ring a bell. Diablo. Diablo? This video should explain it. The man in Hokkaido had been hiding this from us. So the Diablo-tuned cars are biotech? What the fuck? Oh my god. Diablo. The concept is simple. It eliminates fear. Emotions are merely electrical signals in our brain. Diablo binds to the receptors that control the transmission of signals. What do you think are the main obstacles to human expression? Fear, anxiety. Imagine the potential of a man who has forsaken those emotions. We will allow people to awaken their true potential. This is the dream behind the Diablo project. Please stop. I don't know what you're talking about. Perhaps we can take an intermission. So what's the relationship between Diablo-tuned cars and Diablo-tuned drivers? Several cutscenes will play in sequence. Whatever dust I stirred up yesterday is still floating around. I thought I was really careful, but it's just getting to my nose, I guess. Why are you telling me all of this? This isn't what I came here for. Oh, then how about this? That accident 10 years ago. The tragedy on the highway. That event was called the War of Yokohama. It burst the rumors of Yokohama's fastest legend. Yeah, so what does this have to do with Wante? Diablo's development had been proceeding exceptionally well, except for one flaw. In situations of elevated mental stress, the drug was known to cause an overreaction. Experimental strains of Diablo caused fatal accidents in a number of trials. The War of Yokohama was not the only case. A sample of the drug was administered to Nenji Nanba, brother of Kyoji Nanba. At the time, he was known as a skilled driver of a rotary automobile in the Kanto area. Diablo improved his lap times even further. His reputation grew even further as he took the title of fastest rotary. It's he who coined the term Diablo tune and popularized it. That is, until one day when this happened. He died suddenly in an accident at an ordinary street corner. This was a large problem for the development of Diablo. If a word of our trials got out, it would seed doubt in Diablo's practicality. We needed more test subjects to instill confidence in the project. Nenji's accident was a major setback to the entire company. A setback? What the hell is wrong with you? Do you even realize what you've done? We needed to quickly collect a large number of subjects. Subjects that we could place under extreme mental stress. And that could be disposed of at minimal cost. The fucking face on the president. It's interesting that he has... The president has I guess a Chinese name? They are the true drivers. Diablo Tune grants anyone the ability to become the fastest legend. Street racers could not resist the siren call of that cursed title. Diablo was administered to each driver. Each one was then let loose in Yokohama in an imperfect clone of the Diablo Zeta. Fucking car effects. I love the talk of cloning cars, though. That's very funny. Indeed. What you call Yokohama's fastest legend? Oh no, that's him. It's nothing more than Diablo 2. Your dream was a lie to further our research, a trap laid to ensnare our subjects. All this time, it was our dream. It was a sleight of hand, a simple illusion. Dreams bear no meaning in our grim reality. The test results were not promising. Diablo required additives that mimicked the behavior of antibodies. Each driver was given a different cocktail of additives in search of the perfect blend. However, once again, the experiments were a failure. One by one, they died in high-speed accidents, and each time a new driver was brought out, a new fastest legend. Do a flip, Lamau. The legends was nothing more than stories of our discarded trash. However, on a night when the moon shone a deep red, the drivers escaped, and this is what became of them. A crematorium of fastest legends. It must have been agonizing, if they had any semblance of a consciousness left. That night marked the end of the war and the Diablo trials. Vontech deemed that further experiments on the drug were unviable. The D project was put on ice for 10 years. We had begun to attract undesirable attention from public safety authorities. And above all, funds for continuing the project were running out. It was natural that Vontech would pull out at that point. So where do I fit into this? After 10 years of being on ice, the D project has one final hope. A hope? A single driver survived that fatal night in Yokohama. One with a specific formula of antibodies essential to the success of Diablo. We put that man to sleep for 10 years. That man is our final hope, and that man is you. Yep. When we were 9 years old, we were the terror of Yokohama. You've got to be fucking with me. What do you mean? What do you want from me? The fact that nobody knows, like, I guess the idea he was in cold sleep. Like, that's a very 1999 idea. But, like, the fact that nobody has mentioned this and they've managed to keep the world congruent somehow? How can I be your final hope? When was Deus Ex 1? When did that come out? Escape. I needed to run out of that building as fast as I could. I couldn't stop to process the things I'd just heard. Deep red anger. That's all I could feel as my heartbeat pounds in my ears. The elevator door opened and I threw myself into it, kicking the walls as it descended. Below ground. The voice inside me was screaming as it tried to take control of me. So I guess Deus Ex 2000 means it would be aping the Japanese music for its more kind of orientalist stuff, would be aping the Japanese music of a few years earlier, so that tracks. Did you understand any of that shit? Was I a driver 10 years ago? Was I a Diablo experiment? Who am I? Who are you? What made you so angry? ... You're angry most of the time. What's different about it now?
The last hope. The goddamn nerve.
You're angry that you don't understand?
I'll leave the understanding to you. Let me know once you've figured out the truth.
I dream over and over of a fiery accident. What happened to you that night? You died that night, didn't you?
Open your eyes, you idiot. I'm alive right now, inside of you.
You were given a strain of the Diablo drug. Did you lose your soul trying to become the legend?
No. I was different. I wanted to destroy them. I wanted to destroy everything. I hate them all. And I hate you too. I won't let you betray me.
What was that? I didn't catch it. What did they mean by sleep? Where could you have been asleep for 10 years following your accident? If you and I are the same person, then how? ...
I slept for a long time. But who cares? I'm alive and awake now. Deep inside you.
What happens to me if you finish waking up? Will I be erased? Am I even alive to begin with?
We have fully entered the Cloud Strife Zone.
I needed solid proof, something tangible that would convince me that I'm me. This road I had been following all this time. It had one more night's worth of track before it plunged into the darkness.
Okay, I am going to stop there and we will finish this next week because I think there's a little bit too much left to get done the rest of tonight. So let's get this saved. Thank you everyone for coming. Let's see if there's anyone around to raid. Bear with me one moment. The raid widget isn't very good. Oh, it looks like Lexi's just about to go live. Let's sling everyone over to Lexi. Thanks for being here, Dot. I do appreciate it. Thanks for chatting. I'm not streaming tomorrow or Saturday, but I'll be back with more Xenosaga on Sunday. I hope to see you there. But for now, good night.